What makes a house a home? We've been searching the country for Scotland's Home of the Year. Now our judges are visiting the top 3 from each region before choosing one to go through to our national final. Scoring them on architectural merit, distinctive design and personal style are interior designer Anna Campbell-Jones.
What I'm looking for in a home is individuality, imagination and integrity. And of course, that most important ingredient, love.
Architect Danny Campbell.
What I'm looking for in a home is an inventive use of space, with a deep connection to its site, delivered with such originality that I can't help but feel inspired.
And Isle of Mull-based interior designer Banjo Beale.
I'm looking for homes that are packed full of character, packed full of personality, and something that tells me about the characters that live there.
This is a really special room.
Proper country kitchen for crafty country people.
I think I'm going to feel right at home here.
In the end, only one can be Scotland's Home of the Year. Our judges are visiting the shortlist from central Scotland, and they're starting with a converted mill near Dunblane. The old mill is home to Lee, Dawn, their kids Max and Ali, and Jude the Labradoodle.
So when we took it on, it was commercial. So it was a bit of a risk. I think it was 25 years it lay empty. The original mill was surrounded by newer industrial units. We wanted to expose the mill, so kind of demolish the newer extensions and reveal the mill that was kind of buried inside that. Most of the advice I had was to split it up into individual units, but I really wanted to create just a real family home. I spoke to Dawn at the start and then knew this was going to be a real challenge. And it was going to take time, so if we were going to do it, we'd need to embrace that. One of the toughest times through the development, Dawn's mum passed away as well. But I think at the end of it, a property like this and this site with the river and stuff, it can be life-changing.
The mill has been completely renovated to create a 3-storey, 5-bedroom home. The entrance hallway with WC opens to a kitchen dining area and then into a separate lounge. The first floor features 3 bedrooms and a home office. The top floor's main bedroom has an adjoining lounge, bathroom, kitchenette and dressing room.
This is our favourite spot in the home. It's got lovely views, the nice river, lots of wildlife. We really spend a lot of time enjoying ourselves up here.
Armed with only the basic facts about the property, the judges now get their first look at the old mill.
Wow. This is amazing.
You look very happy.
Yeah, this is like 2 industrial styles just colliding together.
Looks like an old mill, but they have just smacked a really contemporary thing on the middle.
I suppose we have to think about how respectful that is to the original building. It's quite a contrast.
Well, I think I like the distinction between the old and the new. Love the planting too, the eucalyptus, the wild grass.
It is a beautiful setting.
These dormers are really catching my eye. That large central dormer comes beyond the front elevation. And this corner dormer actually extends beyond the gable end.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what's inside that room.
Should we go check her out?
Wow. Oh, how nice is it? Textured wallpaper. That just brings that to life, doesn't it?
I love this steel framing around the doorway. They've not just gone for timber. That really brings that industrial styling right into the hallway.
Look at this.
The lift's broke. You'll need to get the stairs.
Oh, it must have been like a goods carrier lift shaft. Like, this is the real deal.
Wow. So are we inside that bit that's clad in the zinc on the outside?
Yeah, we are, and I was not expecting to see this array of materials inside as well.
So I've worked on houses where you've had to insulate over the stone and then you plaster over the wall and you don't get to enjoy that beautiful stone inside. Do you think maybe that metal cladding outside is hiding the insulation so they get to enjoy the stone inside? I should be an architect.
They've gone to all that effort to expose this lovely stonework inside, but I do wonder whether it's getting lost in all these other materials. There's quite a lot going on in here.
But they have kept it within a palette that ranges from black through all the kind of neutrals, which I think helps it all to coalesce.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous kitchen. I love these opaline lights as well. I think they're a nice industrial touch.
I love this steel fabricated staircase.
Mm.
Oh, wow, look. It's a lift shaft. This is their office. Which floor are you going, Banjo?
The only way is up. I mean, I would have just kept the lift personally. And also, that should be one of those electric desks that lift up to. That's a missed opportunity.
This feels like a ticket office or something. I feel like I could sit here and, like, approve people's documents and stamp them.
We've even got the look-through into the open plan space as well, so you really feel like the controller in here, control centre.
You could have two people working here quite easily and you wouldn't have to listen to your annoying partner tap on their keyboard.
You can get that nice, awkward lift music as well.
I would never want to work with you ever again. Ooh. Oh, here she is. Oh! God, this is good.
I love the exposed structure. It's really framing that view as being the centre point of this space.
So far, we've only got glimpses of the river. This is just wide open.
Well, hang on a minute. There's a bath here. I think we're in some kind of executive bedroom suite fandango.
Well, that sounds like the official term for it.
The materials and finishes are much lighter and fresher and softer here. This kind of cross-sawn oak flooring and the pale boucle upholstery. It just feels so much calmer and more comfortable up here.
I really love the way this living space has been used to create a buffer between the bathroom space and the bedroom.
This is sweet, isn't it? It's the most subtle thing in the whole home.
I think it's good that the bedroom is quite small in relation to all those very large spaces in the rest of the home. It gives you somewhere to retreat to.
And that looks like a sweet spot.
I think that's the space we saw from outside with that dormer window. They've created that zone specially.
It's like a special little nook for me to climb in, isn't it? Oh, it goes all the way back. Oh, Scotland's Hall of the Year.
Oh, move over. I'm coming in.
Oh, I'm coming in.
Come in, fellas.
Oh, three in the bed and the little one said.
Roll over.
How will the judges rate the old mill? 1 mark will be held back until they've seen all 3 homes, when their combined scores will be revealed.
It's no mean feat to bring a building like this back to life. It takes imagination and ingenuity, and I think they've done it with conviction. It could read a little bit like a movie set, but a home is just a set for living, and you get to live out your own fantasy in it. So if you want to live like this, go for it. I'm going to give this home a 10.
This has been such a fun home to explore. The homeowners brought a huge amount of playfulness into how they've reimagined some of the features of the original building. They've elevated the property by adding some of their own unique spaces, like the corner dormer window, creating that daybed. One of the nicest moments for me was when we arrived at the property and saw the simplicity of the new intervention of the black zinc cladding and how that actually accentuated the older part of the building. For me, I would have loved to have seen that simplicity carry through into the interior. I'm going to give this home a 9.
This home was certainly intriguing from the outside, and I was expecting it to be absolutely huge, but inside the spaces had a much more domestic feel. It takes a lot of commitment to bring a look like this together so consistently through such a variety of spaces, and they have done it so well.
Next in line for the judges is a semi-detached from the early 1900s. Sandstone Villa in Bridge of Allan is home to Rona, her daughters Molly and Penny, and Cockapoo Teddy.
We've been here about 5 years, and since we've moved in, we've redecorated the whole house. I've moved the kitchen into a larger room, rewired it. I think you can see the bare bones of a house, and I liked the layout and I liked the light. Sometimes Victorian houses can be quite dark, so I liked having a double aspect in a couple of the rooms. I love painting, I love decorating, I love interiors, so it's been a labour of love, but it's been fun. And I made mistakes when I moved in as well, so it's very much a journey. Homes are a journey, aren't they? And I stripped all the floors and I painted some of them black for some reason, and it just didn't work. And then I had to sand them again. I think a huge part of building a home like this for my girls was to have a happy family home, because we are a family, irrespective of the fact it's just the three of us. I've always decorated during the night when the kids are in bed. I think my daughters are used to waking up in the morning and things have moved and things have changed, or I've painted a wall a different colour. They do sometimes sigh because I've been messing about with things and they don't know where things are, but yeah, it's part of it.
The ground floor of the home features a living room, dining room, and a kitchen with adjoining garden room. On the middle landing is the family bathroom. Upstairs, there are 3 bedrooms and a home office.
This is my favourite spot in the home, mostly because it's a sociable area and also because I have the view of the garden as well.
But what will the judges think of Sandstone Villa?
Wow. What an entrance.
It's a lovely sandstone semi-detached villa.
Some really nice stone detailing. I love that coining around the windows. They don't make them like they used to, do they?
They sure don't. And that's a 60s door as well, so maybe that might be just the newest thing in this house.
These blue pots on either side of the front door are really beautiful, and they've got quite contemporary planting, so I wonder if what's going on inside is not quite so Victorian.
Something's going on here.
Shall we see what era is going on?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Come on, era, then.
Yeah.
What a beautiful original staircase. I love the way they've got a runner that reveals the natural wood either side. It's so characterful.
All these materials feel really aged and well used. It's really inviting.
They've adorned every surface. The art, the planting, the runner, the eneglypta on the ceiling.
Do you know what's surprising, though? Normally when you'd come to a terrace property, you'd expect this to be the party wall, but it looks like we've got an opening on both sides here.
And there's a party.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
I thought that was a mirror. That's wild.
Yeah.
Should we have an explore?
Yes.
Ooh, charcoaly walls in here.
Oh, this is squishy. Oh.
You're doing the old man noise now.
Get on there.
I love this inky colour. It works, doesn't it? And it's so unusual to have a door there in your front room, to that outside area.
They've really framed that bay with that colour blocking with the nice sofa in the middle. I love that symmetry.
I love the charcoaly walls wrapping nearly all the way around. I think I'd want to see it going all the way around this room.
It's like me at home. I have a view looking at the dark side of the room, and my husband looks at the light side of the room.
With different style sofas.
Yeah.
It's a yin and yang living room.
It's a yin and yang, and I'm loving the dark side. Come over to the dark side.
How about that?
Danny, you're pure.
I think I need to stay here.
Uncorrupted.
Standalone dining room. That's quite rare these days.
It feels like this room has been stolen from the house next door, because from the outside, this looks like a classic semi-detached villa, and you wouldn't have expected to find rooms off both sides of that front entrance hall.
Do you think they know? Imagine that if you bought the house and you realised you had an extra room.
That's my favourite recurring dream that I have.
You told me about that dream.
Yes. I've been having since I was a child, to find an extra room in my home.
I'm really feeling a darkness in here. You know, not as in, misery, and kind of like a bit Halloween-y. Sliding that door over, it's very industrial, black mirrors.
And there's some really fun upcycling in this room as well. They've painted furniture black, which helps just to elevate it.
I like that it's tucked away. You can imagine having sort of late night giggles and conversation, close the door over, just leave the rest of the house behind.
Yes, debaucherous dinner parties in here.
Ooh. And the heart of the home is a black kitchen. It's sultry, dark space, but actually with all this light coming in, it feels really fresh.
I love this big, chunky downstand there. It makes you realise you're in an older home with thick walls.
But that does not make sense for me, putting a butcher block there in the middle of that gorgeous extension.
An island's a great addition to a kitchen, but what people don't realise is it's a bit of a space killer.
In fairness, though, I sit and watch my husband cook and kind of, give him notes and feedback and stuff. So it feels like something maybe you're just sitting there watching someone cook. Hello.
Half-landing bathroom.
That stained glass window, too.
A lovely, fresh, bright bedroom. This home has got quite a lot of contrasts and strong messaging and typography. This is a haven away from that.
I really like the dual aspect of the two windows here. You've got the bay and the side window giving you lights at different times of day.
Ooh, books backwards. That's sacrilege for some people. But for others, that's a stylistic choice. It certainly helps to add to the tones of this room. It keeps it really calm.
And that's added to with the white curtains and the white rope tiebacks. It makes it feel like the whole room has been sprayed white from the inside.
This room feels really relaxing and peaceful, doesn't it? And that's the aim of a bedroom, if it's a place for us to relax.
How will the judges rate Sandstone Villa?
As soon as you came into this home, you could really feel that people live here in a very unabashed, relaxed way. I've worked on the interiors of many homes of this type, and this one is quite unusual with its extra windows and the way that it's been extended. It's very special. I'm going to give this home a 9.
I love this home. It's cool, calm, collected. It's packed full of personality and love, and it's a really beautiful home just to be in. And the bones are fantastic, but what I love is that the homeowner has done some things that don't cost the earth, some really clever little design tricks to really make it their own. I'm going to give this home a 9.
Victorian properties are a great platform to do something creative. They're rock solid, with high ceilings and loads of natural light. When we first started exploring the home, I thought maybe it was a little bit simplistic with the monochrome styling. But as we peeled back the layers, we could see that this was built on blood, sweat and tears, and most importantly, love.
The final home in central Scotland is a renovated farm dwelling between Falkirk and Linlithgow. Courtyard Farmhouse is home to Jill and her husband David.
What we liked about it and what made us think we wanted to do it was, number one, the location. We didn't have to move too far away from our friends and family. And the second reason was that I had always wanted to do a project like this and never thought I'd get the opportunity. When we first came to the site, it was a bunch of derelict farm buildings and it was all overgrown. The place was empty, just a mess. There were sheep roaming about. It just didn't look like something you could live in. The first architect I took here said I wouldn't touch this with a barge pole. That's actually what he said to me. So, because it was risky. I love the way we feel when we're here. It's just, I always think it's like being on holiday permanently, living here. It's just so privileged to have this.
The ground floor of the renovation features an open-plan kitchen, dining and living room with utility, 2 ensuite bedrooms and a toilet. Upstairs, there's an ensuite guest bedroom, a music room, office, and the main bedroom, which is also ensuite.
This is my favourite spot in the home because I like to sit here and enjoy the view of the hill.
Time for the judges to get their first view of Courtyard Farmhouse.
We're in Santorini or Scotland. It's so bright.
It's the classic farmhouse cluster, isn't it? But new.
I'm really enjoying the counterpoint of this lovely old stone wall, the smooth render, and the sort of slate tiles on the roof. It's definitely paying homage to what might have once been here.
Lots of little spaces to explore. We could go any which way.
Well, should we take a look inside?
Do it.
This is cute. I love this Ercole style bench. It's absolutely gorgeous.
It's lovely, isn't it? And I love this lime wash floor.
I love that we come from that courtyard and we're getting a view right through to more garden. It's really drawing us in.
I feel like we've come into the cave now. You've been outside and it's so light and bright and it's like walking through a cave into here.
It's odd with the staircase coming right in the middle here. It feels like the kitchen's maybe in the hallway.
Or maybe it just makes the kitchen the fulcrum of the home, with the staircase coming down, the hall coming through, and access to the garden.
Yeah, all of the fridge and the oven, and they've kind of placed it like a Tetris onto that wall, and you've got the Tetris windows as well there, which might be original.
I love the way that volume just increases, making a real feature of the dining space, bringing in lots of natural light.
By pushing the dining area out and up, it defines it, but still keeps it connected to the kitchen. Why do you always make that noise?
Oh, it's been a long day. Why are you standing? There are so many places to sit in this room. Maybe too many.
No two walls are the same in here. Every window's different. We've got doors, square windows, tall windows. It's all going on.
I love that little glimpse of the stone wall out the side, looking out onto the hills. That might be my favourite view.
It's like an extra layer of protection. It feels really safe in here.
Oh, I found the heart.
Oh.
There she is.
Room for a little one.
Oh. Oh, what a vista. This makes sense, doesn't it? That was a beautiful view.
You almost don't even need a telly in here.
Yeah.
I love the idea of having a secondary living room that you can retreat to, and it's elevated so you get this different aspect of that beautiful view.
I bet that west corner of the terrace gets the evening sun. I could imagine sitting out there with a bourbon.
Yeah, playing electric guitar to scare away the crows.
It looks like they're into quite loud music, so this is a room you could make quite a racket in.
This room is correct. Don't you think?
Pale and interesting in here.
Talking about me?
Always.
What a spot to wake up. Got those shards of light streaming in. I don't know if I could handle that in the morning.
I think they've got blackout blinds incorporated, though. Look.
Anna Campbell-Jones, house detective.
Yes. There's nothing I can't find out.
That view's the star of the show again. I really like that this chair is actually pointing the wrong way that you'd expect. It's all about sitting there and just looking at that field.
It's a very pleasing symmetry of that opening that leads towards a door where I can see a palatial ensuite beyond.
Right, it's calling me. Let's go.
Oh, I love this bath.
Kick your Crocs off, Danny. Get
Oh,
in.
they are waterproof. I've got to try this.
Oh, how's that shape?
Oh, ergonomic.
Ergonomic, baby. It's ergonomic. You are Danny Zucker. Why, it's ergonomic. The only thing missing is kind of that window would be nicer down so you could look out to the view. Then I guess people could see you too.
Yeah, it must be lovely lying here with the rain thrashing down.
It's a very generous ensuite. Often in a building like this, it would feel a bit jammed into the eaves, but this feels like when there's 3 of us in here, there could be more.
Oh, Anna, okay. I don't know what you get up to on the weekend.
But how will the judges score Courtyard Farmhouse?
I absolutely love a contemporary steading. They're normally constrained in height and form by the planning regulations, but even still, this home has managed to make the most of some incredible country views and create some really interesting internal volumes, especially around the social space. I wasn't convinced by the kitchen placement. It did feel tucked away in a corner off a corridor. I would maybe, given that height and volume, the light to the kitchen and make it a real centre point of the home, which is what you'd expect from a big country steading. I'm giving this home an 8.
There are some very exciting moments in this home. I love the angles and the opportunities for double height space, as well as that little music room with that beautiful balcony looking at the view. In a home this size, with this many rooms, I'd be looking for a little bit more variety in the way those rooms are decorated and furnished. I feel that this home is really tasteful, it's really fresh. I don't get much sense of the personality of the people that live here. I'm going to give this home a 7.
The first impression of this home, walking up to it, was fantastic. Those big, hefty stone walls, the white modern building that's been placed in the most beautiful setting. It gets a little bit more confusing when you walk inside. A few things were a bit hard to make sense of, but it was a lovely, relaxing home to be in, light, bright, and full of life. It's somewhere with a few little tweaks I could quite happily live.
Now that the judges have seen all 3 homes, the final scores can be revealed. First, it was the Old Mill near Dunblane,
which Banjo gave a 10 to, and Danny gave a 9. I thought this home was really original, and the way that they had transformed this building was absolutely personal to them. So that's why I gave the Old Mill 10, which gives the Old Mill 29. A flying start.
It's going to be hard to beat.
Next up, Sandstone Villa in Bridge of Allan.
I gave it a 9, and Banjo gave it a 9. So Danny, how did it make you feel?
So this was a lovely family home with some very distinct styling inside, and I really enjoyed looking at that glass side extension too. I give this home an 8.
So that gives the Sandstone Villa 26.
Oh, it was a gorgeous little family home, wasn't it?
And finally, Courtyard Farmhouse between Falkirk and Linlithgow.
Danny, you gave it an 8, and I gave it a 7. Banjo.
Fabulous first impression when you walked into this courtyard home and it just jutted out into the field beyond. I gave it an 8.
Okay, so that gives the Courtyard Farmhouse 23.
Solid.
Which means our finalist for Central is the Old Mill.
Oof, showstopper.
Very original.
A really special home to have in the final.
The Old Mill wins in Central Scotland and is one step closer to being Scotland's Home of the Year. Next time,
What?
the judges are in the south
Should we go and explore?
as the search continues for Scotland's Home of the Year.